Students call me Lama Linda, and I lead a Vajrayana Buddhism Sangha in Toronto called Awaken in Toronto. Awakening is all about overcoming and becoming free of wholesome or limiting patterns and conditioning. For all of us, this begins with our first stage of growth, and from conception to delivery, including all the time we were in our mother's wombs. There may have been both positive and negative experiences in the womb, and all of these need to be cleared in order to awaken. Namso Rinpoche, my first teacher and the first recognized reincarnated Rinpoche in North America, describes two kinds of classic Buddhist awakening: Ceto-vimutti, or liberation of the heart, and Panya-vimutti, or liberation of insight. The study of the influence of womb experiences is a study of Ceto-vimutti, of the heart. This is the feminine, or yellow energy, as I like to refer to it, in contrast to green or masculine energy. Most of us don't have enough study of Ceto-vimutti, of the heart. And most people also don't remember much before the age of 4. That's when a clearer ego sense of you emerges. So there's a gap between conception and age 4, and somehow you need to clear this karmic gap. Your experiences of this time might not even be event-oriented, so they're really more of a somatic memory in the body, or maybe a mood. But as Bessel van der Kolk likes to say, the body keeps the score. And what that means is karma conditioning continues to happen even when you don't remember it. Buddha said we have two influences: previous karma, or activity, as it's often known, and present supporting circumstances. Do you know and understand your conditioning, and can you imagine being free of it? Namso Rinpoche describes 4 distinct womb stages that we all go through. The first is conception, and those first 9 months. And this is, for most of us, blissful, the quintessential blending of fetus and mom. The second stage is the contractions, where there's an on-again, off-again intensity, and we may learn to identify with either the on intensity or the off intensity. The third stage is the crisis of the birth canal. And yes, it is a crisis. It is a complete squeeze. There's pressure on the head. There's total loss of control. And for the fetus, there is a time of death. There's a fear of death because the fetus doesn't have any sense of time, doesn't know beginning and ending. It doesn't know it's going to be born. And it just knows it has to get through this birth canal. And it's a trauma. There's not a one of us that hasn't had trauma from the birth canal experience. This is the first. And then the fourth stage is the plop and cut, plopping out into an unknown world of intense sensations. And immediately there's a cut from the mother and a separation from the previous bliss. However one is born, these 4 stages happen. Now, in truth, they're quite varied depending on where the birth is, what kind of a birth it is. Everything from the gentle home birth, that's completely normal, quick, relatively easy, to hospital births, to interventions, to bright lights and sounds. Sometimes there are interventions like the cesarean needed, cuts to the mother. There may also be an immediate smack. This was in the old days where they made the baby cry as if the baby wasn't going to cry already on its own, but there was the plop followed by a smack to the body. And all these experiences are embedded in our bodies. And all of these experiences reinforce karmic patterns and predict future life patterns. Unless cleared, they will continue to haunt us for the rest of our lives. We need to witness and see these patterns in order to gain freedom. This work will be the focus of the Womb, Karma, and Transcendence retreat I'll be leading in February in San Jose, Costa Rica. The dates are February 7 to 24, 2024. And you can find out more information about this retreat and the study and practices of womb karma and transcendence on my website, lindahostetler.com, on the meditation page, or also on the Awaken in Toronto meetup site. Hope to see you there.